Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. And guess what? I'm surprised you're wearing short sleeves right now.
Well, I went for a run.
Oh, there it goes.
It was wonderful this morning.
It is perfect. Let's go ahead and look outside because guess what? It's also a happy cold front day.
Yes, it was very nice this morning in the 60s. Actually, is that even right? Are we in 72 already?
We're in the 60s. Some places are in the 70s, but it's going to stay that way for most of the day, Steph. That's the good news. And don't fool the audience. You should show them all the space heaters you have surrounding you. But she may have a space heater tomorrow morning. I wouldn't be surprised. Temperatures are going to get pretty chilly. Let me show you the numbers here across the state. Right now, 69 here in San Antonio, and it's starting to fall off a little bit. Yeah, we were right around 70 for several hours. But now that that front is through, we're getting those gusty northeasterly winds. Temperatures are starting to come down a little bit. And you can see in the northern part of the state, it's cold. 46 Wichita Falls, 39 right now in Amarillo. We're not going to get that cold, but it does get chilly by tomorrow morning for sure. Right now, 68 in Converse. It has dropped off to 66 in New Braunfels, 64 in Bulverde, 70 in Hondo, 70 and 7. All that cooler air is working in your direction as well. And then the winds, of course, are the other big issue here. We've got gusts up to 30 miles per hour. We've seen some gusts higher than that. At the moment, gusting to about 30 in Rio Medina. Here in San Antonio, gusting anywhere from 20 to 25. These winds will stay breezy for the next several hours, and then they'll start to come down a little bit, and we'll see less in the way of wind this evening. High temperatures today, 76. Can't beat that. That is beautiful, beautiful weather. And we'll see sunny skies during the afternoon. So what changes are we going to see as we head into the weekend? We'll discuss that. And to show you the extended forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Guys?
Thank you, Justin. Looks like out there with TransGuide this morning. See how the roads are looking really nice there at I-10 at Callahan West. Things are moving, and I'm looking at the TxDOT website, and I don't see any problems on the roadway, just that normal construction there on I-10 at the bridge.
All right, here's today's 9 at 9.
All eyes continue to be on the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson. Authorities say that they will continue to look for her at a southeast Bexar County landfill later today. The Olmos Park police chief says that he is confident that they will recover her at the landfill.
The countdown to Election Day is on, with both candidates making stops in critical battleground states. They have been tackling the #1 issue for voters, the economy. The election is just 20 days away.
For the first and last time this election year, Texans saw their two Senate candidates battle it out on the debate stage. Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Colin Ulrich sparred for an hour over the border, inflation, Israel, and trans athletes. Early voting in Texas starts Monday.
The extended family of Eric and Lyle Menendez will advocate for the brothers' release from prison during a news conference today in downtown Los Angeles. This comes as prosecutors review new evidence to determine whether they should be serving life sentences for killing their parents.
Time is running out for a Texas man on death row in a first-of-its-kind case. Robert Robertson was convicted in the shaken baby death of his daughter. The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles could recommend clemency today, but it would be up to Governor Greg Abbott to decide. Abbott has rarely granted requests for clemency.
A big fine for Lufthansa Airlines. They have agreed to pay a $4 million fine after being accused of discriminating against Jewish passengers back in 2022. The airline prevented 128 passengers from boarding a flight. The airline denied any discrimination, saying dozens of the passengers were disregarding crew instructions.
Now to the big food fight over cereal. About 1,000 people protested outside the Michigan headquarters of Kellogg's. They're demanding the company remove artificial dyes from cereals in the U.S. Kellogg's insists that its products are safe and its ingredients meet federal standards.
Walgreens is set to close around 1,200 stores across the country. The pharmacy chain has about 8,700 locations. The closures will take place over the next 3 years.
Apple is showing off the new iPad mini in its first upgrade since 2021. The new mini is more powerful than previous versions and runs Apple's personal intelligence system. The mini goes on sale next Wednesday and starts at $500. That's today's 9 at 9.
A school district is fighting to keep some of the superintendent's conversations under wraps. San Antonio ISD Superintendent Jaime Aquino has a professional development coach.
Well, the district agreed to pay for up to 3 of the coaches' trips to and from San Antonio. And KSAT Investigates Daniela Ibarra explains that the district's attorneys say information about Aquino's relationship with that coach should be kept private.
Laughter once echoed in Lamar Elementary's hallways. For a while, Devontre Johnson's 2 kids loved it there.
They were excited. We were always talking. They were very enthused. They didn't have homework.
Over the last year, Johnson has done his own homework on the district. His kid's school is one of 15 shut down by right-sizing. Superintendent Jaime Aquino said the decision came down to resources.
This inequity extended far beyond financial matters.
Criticism about those financial struggles and transparency have defined Aquino's 2-year tenure.
It didn't feel like the district was being transparent about where or how money was being spent.
This year, heating system failures forced the district to shut down for days. The district has refused to answer how they've reduced lead found in its water, and Aquino's spending on travel has been called into question.
He's not acting in our interest.
State data from last school year shows Aquino made more than $334,000. His contract shows there's a few other perks. The district agreed to pay for Aquino's membership fees for professional organizations, a monthly car allowance, and expenses for Aquino's personal development coach.
What do you think a personal development coach is?
That sounds so ambiguous.
Taxpayers are on the hook to pay for up to 3 of that coach's trips to and from San Antonio. So we asked the district for those receipts and emails and texts between Aquino and that coach. SAISD spokeswoman Laura Short told us there haven't been any expenses. For the first time, Superintendent Jaime Aquino sat down with us to talk about it.
What exactly does this personal coach do for you as a district leader?
So let me give you a little bit of background, and I will push back. It's not a personal coach. It's
a professional coach. Though.
It's a professional coach, yeah.
Okay.
A personal coach, professional coach. I requested that I was going to get a coach that would help me. It was my first superintendency, and to help me grow.
But the district's attorneys are fighting the release of any records, saying the coach is not involved with district business.
My coach helped me a lot with understand the Texas school finance system, because I was new to Texas, to understand the landscape, to understand our TEACs and our STAR assessment, to understand the reality of the community. The state of Texas has a very complex school finance system.
It sounds like he's helping you navigate district business.
Yeah, of course. That's the purpose of it.
Okay, well, it says right here the executive coach is not involved in conducting district business, and this is from the attorneys that SAISD has hired when we asked for records.
Yeah.
Trustee Ed Garza is one of the board members who approved this coach.
Don't you think the public has a right to know what that conversation looks like between Superintendent Aquino and this coach?
I don't think it has. It's really his job performance.
What do you have to hide?
Why not just turn that information over?
George Borrego is the K-12 Education Policy Director with conservative think tank Texas Public Policy Foundation. He says it's not uncommon for superintendents to have coaches who can help with speaking and leadership skills.
Basically what their attorneys are saying is that because it's between the superintendent and a private citizen, it's not our business.
I would argue otherwise, that individuals acting within their professional capacity.
Do you think you have the right to see the conversations that the superintendent has had with this person?
Yes. I mean, if it's all in the interest of our district.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
So we are still waiting on the Attorney General to decide whether those records should be made public. We'll make sure to keep you updated on website.
Well, our time now is 9:07 and 72 degrees for now. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Things are finally starting to cool down in Alamo City. After the break, we are talking about keeping your animals warm.
Day of the Dead dates back to pre-Columbian, pre-Hispanic, indigenous traditions in Mexico. The Aztecs, as they conquered people, incorporated their traditions into the Aztec pantheon. So we know that these are borrowings from Mesoamerican peoples. So one of the questions is why these dates? October 31st, November 1st, November 2nd. It is because that the ancient calendar, the ancient sacred calendar, these are what are known as cross-quarter days. They fall exactly between fall equinox and winter solstice. So this is exactly the midpoint. And it is understood by ancient peoples that this is the moment when the veil that separates the world of the living and the world of the dead is at its thinnest. What's interesting, of course, is that it's not unique only to Mexico, this moment of linking back to ancestors. So it happens that in Japan and Shinto traditions it's Obon, in Celtic traditions it's Samain. As the sun is losing the battle and the night is gaining, it's universally felt that this is the resurgence of the domain of the dead and our ancestors.
Welcome back. It is 9:12. Well, a woman in Bernie was bitten by a fox in her yard yesterday, and it may have rabies.
It's very troubling right there. It happened yesterday near West Cibolo Drive and School Street. City of Bernie says that they may not be the first incident involving the fox. Last weekend, Bernie Care Animal Services received a call about what they thought was the same fox approaching another animal aggressively. Again, if you see this, you're urged to call Bernie ACS if you suspect any issues. So obviously we've been excited about the cool temperatures that are happening right now, but people need to be proactive, specifically the animal care services. So again, as we get closer into these colder temperatures, Animal Defense Leave, they here in San Antonio, they're trying to be proactive with keeping the kennels warmer for the pets. So they're asking for any kind of donations. For example, if you got like towels, old blankets, warm pet beds, anything to help them keep their dogs and cats warm during the cooler temperatures, you can contact them and donate it at 11300 Nacogdoches Road, the Paul Jolly campus, or you can give them a call at the number that you see on your screen, which is 210-655-1481. But that's important because when you go into these facilities that are taking care of all of these dogs that are in the shelter, that concrete is freezing, you know?
Yeah.
So
well, and then it, might make it feel more like, I guess, home or temporary home until they get adopted.
Right,
So,
and it smells like human beings, so sometimes it's comforting. You never know. Get those donations in for them.
Keep them in mind.
Got to remember the pets. Got to remember the pets. Right? And we're not to the bitter cold stuff yet, but we will be. We will be. We'll get there soon enough. At least today we're starting to get a taste of something. Hey, check this out. This is such a cool shot. This is out of Christine, and she's catching a comet. I mean, listen, to be able to do this at the right time from the right perspective, that is super cool. Well done. We appreciate you sending that in, and the pictures keep coming. So you have a couple more nights here to check out the comet, and if you want to submit those photos, do that to KSAT Connect. You can look at all of them, too, on KSAT.com. All right, the wind, that's the big issue right now. We've got that front coming through. Gusty winds have really kicked up. We've seen gusts close to 30 to 35 miles per hour this morning. These winds will start to come down. They already have a little bit. But as we head towards midday, you'll start to see the gusts come down to the 15 to 20 mile per hour range. And then by tonight, they won't go completely calm, but you'll see a lot less in the way of wind. And when you have light winds, clear skies, and dry air, that always lends itself to some cool temperatures. And that's exactly what we're going to see as we get into Thursday morning. We've been tracking these temperatures, the current temperatures, all morning long, too. And we're starting to see them come down a little bit. We were kind of stuck at 70 for a while. The gusty winds kind of mixed up the atmosphere a little bit, kept us somewhat, I don't want to say warm, but right around 70 this morning. Now we're starting to see some 60s kick in, and I think temperatures will drop a little bit, probably into the mid-60s here before we rebound somewhat into the afternoon. So 67 at 11 a.m., 68 noontime, and then 76 is where we end up this afternoon, sunny skies. But that is about a 20-degree drop from yesterday's high temperature. Really, really nice change. 68 at 7 p.m. and temperatures will fall off quickly tonight. And that, of course, is due to the dew points. So right now, dew points are dry, but they'll fall off even more. You get into the very dry category by tomorrow with dew points in the 20s. And by the way, with the air being dry and those gusty winds that we have right now, there is a bit of a fire danger this morning. Something else to think about as we get into these fall months, these fronts kick up the winds. With it as being as dry as it has been, there will be a fire danger in some spots. So Just something to remember. Lows tomorrow morning. And this is kind of one of the big takeaways here. 51 in San Antonio, 46 Fredericksburg, 49 in Kerrville. We're going to get some pretty chilly temperatures tomorrow. So have the coats ready for the kids as they head off to school. They won't need them maybe all day, but certainly in the morning, you'll want them with these kind of numbers. Outside right now, some clouds moving through with the front. 68 in San Antonio. We're down to 63 in Bernie, 64 in Kerrville. So yes, those numbers starting to drop off a little bit. And very quickly, I do want to switch topics here and go out into the tropics. We've got one area here, one little wave that does show some promise. This is moving towards the west. There is some chance of development here. Now, as we've been saying with these fronts coming through, a lot of times it deflects these storm systems back out into the Atlantic or weakens them. I don't think there's a real big threat of this coming towards the United States, but we'll keep an eye on it. And then more disturbed weather down here in the Caribbean, 20% chance there, but that also, I think, stays away from the United States. All right, so our extended forecast here, we're going to go 79 tomorrow after starting off at 51, 80 on Friday, very small chance of rain. Mostly cloudy Saturday, same story, and then back into the mid-80s next week. Thursday night football, Friday night football, it'll feel good. More like football weather.
Yes, that's great for the football players, the band, the cheer squad, and the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yes.
No more sweating on each other. No. We all going to be doing this pretty soon.
That's true. So, no, I want to enjoy this part. Yeah, the nice weather.
Amen. Hey, let's go ahead and head out to SA Live, see if they're enjoying these cooler temperatures right now. How are you guys doing? Ooh,
getting ready for
Halloween cookies.
Hey guys.
How cute.
We've got cookies and we are getting ready for Halloween. I love the weather because it's channeling those fall vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for it to go down a little bit more. What about you guys? Are you enjoying the weather so far?
Yes, it's beautiful today.
It's great.
I just
Right in that
enjoy
sweet
the
spot.
coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
And save me one of those cookies.
I will. Look at how cute. Yes, speaking of, so our question today, we're going to get to cookies in a second, but we want you guys to share a spooky story. We started talking in the office this morning like, oh, it's getting colder, channeling more Halloween vibes. Then we started sharing scary stories. Now I know they could get a little long, but I guess we kind of want to know where. So where did they happen? I know our producer said his rental house in New Orleans when he was in college was haunted. Okay, that was terrifying. There was a bull that moved, a dog that growled, and nothing spooked me. Okay, so we want to know, do you guys have any stories to share or where they happened?
Ooh, I would have to think about that. I don't get myself involved in a lot of things where I can create the scary story, other than real life situations like, oh my God, a bill was due and I forgot.
That's scary too.
Oh, no. I was down in a cave yesterday.
That is scary.
When it gets dark and it was a little creepy down there. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't know what's lurking. What about you, Stephanie?
Well, a real story, but I don't know. It's just maybe my brain playing tricks on me. I was living close to Killeen. I was working out there, and I thought I saw a little boy wearing a red hoodie in my apartment.
What?
And I was like, surely. But I saw that image again. I don't remember, like months later, and then I never again in my life. So that was kind of scary. It wasn't around Halloween, but
Goosebumps. Okay. Okay, Stephanie, you're scaring me.
It wasn't that old of an apartment complex. So I don't really know. My brain was playing tricks on me. But yeah, stuff like that could be scary.
We always tell ourselves that, right? It's playing tricks on us. Yeah. Well, that is pretty spooky, Stephanie. Yeah. So share your stories out there. Our viewers, send them in. Let us know where. Thanks for sharing, Stephanie. You really gave me goosebumps. Yes, and we'll give you a little sample look here real quick at the cookies. We've got a great cookie creator, Dominique Perez, with us today. So we are going to share more from her. She's got cookie kits, she's got cake pops, and she is amazing. So that and much more will be coming up on SA Live.
Welcome back. It is 9:24. Americans are getting more worried about credit card debt, even if they feel more secure in their jobs. Ivan Hudetta is here to break down the latest Federal Reserve survey on the economy, plus what we can expect for holiday shopping. Right, Steph?
That's right. Good morning, Ivan. Well,
Good morning.
First of all, why are people so nervous about missing even the minimum payments.
Well, I'd be nervous too, right? So Americans are definitely feeling the pressure as credit card balances climb, and many are struggling to keep up. Now, a new survey from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows that fears about missing payments are the highest they've been since April 2020, when the pandemic started. Now, the chances of missing a minimum payment jumped to 14.2% last month, marking the fourth straight increase and the highest outside the pandemic since 2017. Even with wages still on the rise, inflation is still eating into paychecks, and it's hitting lower income families the hardest. So while the economy seems strong, not everyone is feeling those benefits. And while Americans are feeling the pinch when it comes to credit cards, we can still expect more spending during the holidays this year. Now, Deloitte's holiday retail survey shows that consumers are determined to get the best bang for their buck when it comes to shopping for gifts this year. Now, consumers surveyed plan to spend an average of $1,778. That's up 8% year over year. And Deloitte's survey says that the average number of gifts purchased this year will be 9 compared to 8 in 2023. Survey participants say that they will spend less on traditional gifts and focus more on experiences like travel, which is always great, entertaining at home, and attending holiday events. Now, 7 out of 10 consumers expect to pay higher prices, but many say they'll still cut back on self-gifting, not me, and shop during at least one sales event. Now, nearly half of the survey takers say that they will shop at more affordable retailers to save money this year. And speaking of holidays, if you're bringing a Tostitos or Ruffles to a party for the holidays, you might notice some heavier bags. Well, PepsiCo is putting 20% more chips in some bags to win back customers tired of shrinkflation. Now, the new bonus bags will cost the same as the standard ones in select stores. PepsiCo is also adding 2 extra bags to its variety packs after seeing sales slip due to the higher prices. Get that. And for a little context, PepsiCo is the largest manufacturer of salty snacks in the United States, and it's also seen sales decline as prices have gone up. Now, the average price of a 16-ounce potato chip bag in September last month was $6.46. And just in comparison, in September 2020, the average price was $5.02. Quite a big jump there for chips.
Yeah, well, so if you're going to charge us a lot, just put more chips in there.
Exactly, and that's, I think, why they're doing this, because people are upset about shrinkflation. I'm upset about it.
But I will say, it is quite fun to pop the bag open because all that big, huge
Yeah, but I'm tired of getting air. I want more
Crunch.
chips, more chips, more candy, more soda. Probably all the bad stuff.
Hopefully all the other companies will follow suit.
Definitely, yeah, and I think it's all in like what the company is researching on consumers, and if they feel that their consumers are pushing back, they might do something like what Pepsi did.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
We're there for that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivan.
All right, we're looking at 9:27, 68 degrees outside, and a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
So as we head to break, let's get a quick check of the roads, and things are still looking good out there. Here's a shot there at I-10 at Callahan, and a pretty shot there of I-37 at the Alamo Dome. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is 9:31. The painstaking process of digging through a landfill continues in the search for Suzanne Simpson. This is now day 3 of that search in that area for the Almost Park mom and realtor who disappeared a week and a half ago.
Well, our Katrina Weber is live at the scene in southeast Bexar County. Katrina, have you noticed anything different going on this morning?
Well, one thing I have noticed is that it seems that they've expanded the area that they're digging a little bit. Let me explain. They do have a grid area marked off. They're still within that area where they had that tape set up for the past 2 days. But that front loader there, that excavator rather, has been digging in new spots within that roped off area. They've been out here since Monday morning, digging since about 10 o'clock, looking for what we believe is evidence, and now, according to a letter from the police chief, possibly Suzanne Simpson herself. Now, let me explain. 51-year-old Suzanne Simpson has been missing since Sunday of last week. She was reported missing by her husband. Police say neighbors told them that they did hear the couple arguing and saw them struggling outside. After that, a neighbor says he heard screams coming from the woods near their Almost Park home. Police have had a search going on in the neighborhood neighborhood, at other sites, and this is the latest area that they've been searching. You can see that they are digging through this landfill area. They're the excavator is picking up loads of garbage, putting it into the back of a dump truck, and then they're taking it up to the top of the hill where they're very carefully going through everything that is taken out of this landfill. Suzanne Simpson's husband does remain in custody. He is currently charged with family violence charges, nothing related to her disappearance, but we understand there are also federal charges against him for a type of weapon that he had, a short-barreled rifle. And so that's what he is being held on, but police have not been able to get any information from him if he does know the whereabouts of his wife. And then yesterday, the police chief did, we got a hold of a letter that he had put out to neighbors. They shared it with us. And in that letter, he did say that he feels confident that there's a good possibility they will find Suzanne Simpson here. So far, no word that any of that has happened. And as you can see behind me, that search does continue. Reporting live in Southeast Bexar County, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Katrina, thank you for that live report.
Switching gears now, let's look right outside with live cam. The sky is looking a little gray. Am I seeing that right, Justin?
You are, yeah. We got a little cloud deck working in with our fronts. That's only going to help us when it comes to temperatures. It'll keep things a little bit cooler today. We got the gusty winds too. And I want to show you the pollen count. Ragweed has jumped up today. So with these gusty winds and it being ragweed season, know that may be an issue for you if you have allergies. Molds are low, pigweed is low. Ragweed, though, at 190 and moderate. All right, as we look at the gusty winds right now, those are the latest wind gusts. We're seeing gusts to 25 miles per hour at Converse, Stinson, Seguin, Nixon, Floresville, right in that range, anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. And these gusty winds will stick around through about the lunch hour before the winds start to subside some. Our forecast today, we are starting off with a little bit of cloud cover and then turning windy, or it is windy, and then turning breezy, and those winds again kind of settling down tonight. 76 is where we end up, so this is a big change from the temperatures we've seen the last few days, and we'll get pretty chilly tonight. Another look at that forecast for Thursday morning coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Let's get ready to rumble. We're getting closer to Spurs season officially tipping off in just 8 days. I know that is like a whole different sport, but still, it's time to rumble.
It applies. It applies. Yeah. The Silver and Black are in the middle of preseason play, and RJ Marquez joins us to talk more Spurs and Jerry Jones making some headlines for some not great reasons, RJ.
No, yeah, guys, it's been a while since we've gotten into good old-fashioned Jerry Jones rants, but you know what? The Wildcatter is still out there. The San Antonio Spurs, though, want to start with them first. And you know what, Jeff? I know you're going with kind of the fighting. I want to go like Wemby, standing 7'4" tall, 225 pounds, from Paris, France, and the red corner, Victor Wembanyama. Okay, let's start with some Spurs, though. They were in South Beach last night, not for a last-second getaway, but for some preseason hoops action against the Miami Heat and the aforementioned first quarter, Victor Wembanyama. This guy's doing it all on both ends of the court, grabs an early rebound, comes back in transition, just pops up, drains that three right there from long range. It's still early on here, and this is really what I'm excited about when it comes to Victor. Check this out. Gets a steal on defense, then throws up this nice lob to Jeremy Sohan, who slams it down with a one-handed finish. Check out this fan in attendance right there. Look at my guy. He's got the Cobra arms up. He's like, I cannot believe what I just saw there. Good stuff there. It is just unfair that a 7'4" guy can do this. Nice catch by Jeremy Sohan there as well. Let's go to the second half. These were tied up 103 before the Heat get hot. Spurs trying to rally. Rookie Stefan Castle coming up here. We're going to see him drive into the lane. He drives. He gets three defenders. Finds Charles Bassey for a nice dunk. The former San Antonio St. Anthony star making his return after his ACL last December. So 10 seconds left. Blake Wesley kicks it out to Malachi Branham for the three-pointer, but the Spurs unfortunately run out of time.
I think, you can realize with a, experienced team like Miami, how physical they are. We had way too many turnovers today. So it's just, learning from a team like that who's experienced and, being through battles. So, yeah.
All right, final from South Beach, Heat 120, Spurs 117. It is all good. It's just the preseason. Jeremy Sohan finishes with a double-double. 5 Spurs players were in double figures in scoring. Chris Paul had 5 assists, but had 6 turnovers as well. Got to clean that up. Wemby getting 8.7 rebounds in just over 15 minutes of action. All right, y'all, in case you have not heard, Austin will be the college football capital of the sport this Saturday as the Texas Longhorns take on the Georgia Bulldogs. This is one of the biggest games in recent history at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. The Horns are ranked numero uno, number 1 in the country, while Georgia coming in ranked 5th. This is the first ever SEC matchup between the two schools. Right now, Texas is favored by 3.5 points over UGA. Texas has won all 6 of its games so far this season by at least 19 points, including a 34-3 beatdown over Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry last week. And you can watch this powerhouse showdown right here in KSAT 12. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. You can also check out all the post-game coverage on all of our KSAT 12 sports platforms. All right, y'all. Well, it has not been a good B-Day week for Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones. So it was his birthday on Sunday, and the team gave him the gift of a blowout loss against the Detroit Lions, their 3rd bad loss at Jerry World so far this season. And, well, Jerry's making some headlines now for lashing out at his own radio hosts and threatening their jobs for questioning him about the lack of offseason moves by the front office. So Jones was being interviewed yesterday morning, and he took offense to the questions about the Cowboys' quiet offseason and told the host, quote, "This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something, and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job. I'll get someone else to ask these questions, man." He then continued saying, "I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. You really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong?" So later in the day, Jerry told The Athletic, that's a sports website, that he didn't think he was yelling at the host, but said, "The facts are that if I'm going to be grilled by the tribunal, I don't need it to be by the guys that I'm paying. I can take it from the fans, take it from the other people. I take a lot of pride in how fair I am and try to work with the media," which is true. He is very media friendly, but I was a little frustrated today.
You better.
Good job. Good job.
Yes. By the way, the Cowboys are off this week, so hopefully Jerry, everyone else will have a chance to cool down a little bit. They play San Francisco October 27th. Sunday Night Football.
Well, maybe they'll be watching the Longhorns.
Yeah, a winning team.
Oh my goodness!
No, the Cowboys are 3-3. It's not terrible.
That last loss.
They've been bad at home.
Taking away all the wins, but either way, that was a little spicy.
Yeah, it was.
Old school Jerry coming back.
Thanks so much, RJ. New this morning, your next bite of a Crunchwrap Supreme could have a bit of Texas and Thai flavor.
So it's all thanks to one San Antonio chef. So you remember we first told you about Taco Bell selecting Jennifer Waugh Dauberton, a Best Quality Daughter, to reimagine the Crunchwrap Supreme earlier this year. Well, after months of trial, error, and innovation, her unique take on the Crunchwrap launches today in New York City. So we're told her Crunchwrap has layers of chicken, wheat noodles, and an avocado basil ranch.
All right, over the next 2 days, her Crunchwrap will debut in the Big Apple, where people will get to test out the 3 different creations. After Thursday, Taco Bell will decide if more stores will see these flavors in 2025.
I hope it does well.
Yeah, right? Just to show some support.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, 9:41 right now, 68 degrees outside.
Watching GMSA at 9. And after the break, a look at some of the stories trending right now on KSAT.com. Hi, welcome back. It's 9:44, about to be 9:45. Okay. Victoria's Secret Fashion Show is back, and Disney prices are climbing, and we have a new winner for this year's Best Restroom Contest.
Ivan Arata is here to break down the trending stories. Okay, so what do people see at the Victoria's Secret's fashion?
I'm sorry. Good morning. I was laughing because of the toilet thing, but let's start with Victoria's Secret is making a comeback, and a lot of people are excited, including me. Now, last night, the iconic fashion show returned after a 6-year break. Now, the runway was packed with familiar faces, including Tyra Banks, Gigi Hadid, Brazilian lovely model Adriana Lima, who I love, all serving those great looks. Even Kate Moss made a surprise appearance. Now, the night also featured performances from pop legend Cher, along with newer stars Tyla and K-pop sensation Lisa. I love those two. Now, let's move on to Disney, where a new Skip the Line plan could end up costing you more than your park ticket. The Lightning Lane Premier Pass is being offered in limited quantities for select guests. Now, pricing varies based on date and demand, ranging from $137 to $478 per person per day at Disney World in Florida. And at Disneyland in California, it's $400 a day per person. And yes, that's on top of the regular admission fee. It's really expensive. Right now, the pass is only available to deluxe resort guests at Disney World, but at Disneyland, anyone can buy it to cover both parks for the day. And now let's talk about something we all rely on, restrooms. Whether it's a quick stop or a travel necessity, finding a clean one can make all the difference. Now, this year's best restroom title goes to a Maverick service station near Salt Lake City International Airport. Now, it's now in its 23rd year. The contest, sponsored by Cintas, highlights restrooms that go the extra mile. Now, Mavericks won for its sparkling fixtures, spacious stalls, and fresh amenities. With over 380 locations across 12 western states, including Texas, Maverick makes a great pit stop. And speaking of Texas, a Houston restaurant called Mad also landed in the top 10 for its cosmic-themed bathroom, blending with Spanish flair with a Space City vibe. So if you're in Utah, need a break, and want to check out the restroom, it's at 279 South 5600 West in Salt Lake City. And that's a pretty nice looking bathroom, if I say so myself. I love the pictures maybe don't even do it justice. I love the mountain ranges. That's always a favorite of mine.
Didn't Buc-ee's win?
Yeah, they won
1 year.
I think it was
they might have.
In 2012, I think. We talked about it earlier today, so don't quote me on that exact date. But
I feel like they did.
We're in that Hall of Fame somehow.
Yeah. Fun fact, I've never even been to a Buc-ee's restroom, so I need to check one out.
What?
Yes. I need to check those out. I love Buc-ee's, don't get me wrong, but I've never been in the bathroom, this is the time.
They're really good. You guys, it's like your own little cubicle. Your own thing. You can sit back, go sleep in there if you want. I'm kidding. But it's great.
Not that kind of restaurant. It's really good.
Thank y'all.
All right, let's go to the Flamingos who go to the restroom out there.
Yes.
It is.
They don't need a stall.
Yeah, exactly. Justin.
Okay, now I feel like the temperature's right, because earlier I saw somebody, I was like, I think it's a little cooler out there. I think
it is starting to cool down.
They're all chilling but you can see they're all in the water though. The way that hasn't been what they've been doing the past.
Yeah, don't go in the water right there. You know.
Buc-ee's, Maverick. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it is getting cooler, and we're thankful that some cooler air is finally moving in. It's good to see a cold front.
Yes.
Finally, like a legitimate cold front coming through. We are excited about it. And temperatures, I think, are going to drop a little bit more than what you see right now before they rebound some this afternoon. And part of that, we've got some cloud cover out there right now. We pointed out earlier some gray skies over San Antonio, a little bit of a mid-level cloud deck it looks like developing. I think this will break up pretty quickly. It's not going to be a cloudy day, but the longer any sort of clouds hang around, the longer it keeps temperatures from really kind of warming up. As we go outside for you can see some of those clouds there. 68 degrees at the airport, 67 in New Braunfels, 68 Converse, 63 Boerne, 64 in Kerrville. And, we saw sort of an interesting trend with the temperatures this morning. They fell off during the overnight. And then when the front started to work in, it kicked up the winds and it actually brought temperatures up a little bit before now they're starting to come back down. And I think that temperatures aren't going to rise a whole lot more from where they are right now. Upper 60s, we may make it into the mid 70s for highs. But you can see the temperatures falling behind this front. It's in the 50s in Dallas, Fort Worth, Abilene, you get into the 40s in Lubbock and Amarillo. So this is legit. And we look at the wind gusts. It is breezy for most of the state, but we've got some pretty strong gusts here locally. Gusting to 30 at Rio Medina. Gusting to 27 at the airport. We've seen gusts pretty consistent here in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. So it is going to be breezy for a few more hours before those winds subside some. So we added clouds next few hours, and then I think the clouds break up some. 68 noontime, and then look for a high today of only 76. Sunny skies. And then tonight temperatures will fall off quickly into the low 60s, in fact, by 9 o'clock. High temperatures today for the area. You'll get a pretty good range. I think it'll still be fairly warm as you get down to the south and west, places like Laredo, 88, 85 Carrizo Springs, 84 Eagle Pass. Up in the hill country, though, we're going to struggle to get out of the 60s. So there's your range. But either way, it feels good. And by tomorrow morning, this is the bigger story here. We're going to see those temperatures fall into the low 50s here around San Antonio and 40s in the hill country. It'll be chilly just about everywhere. and with a little bit of a breeze, that'll make it feel pretty cool out there. Now, tomorrow is going to be our coolest low by far. After that, we start to see the lows come back up. So 58 Friday morning, 62 Saturday morning. And from there, we're back in the 60s and maybe even 70s eventually. But it is definitely going to be our coolest morning tomorrow. 80 on Friday, 81 Saturday for a high. There's a very, very small chance of a shower, but if we see anything at all, and I'm not even convinced that we will, it would be very light. So still very much in a drought situation here, and we're hoping that somewhere down the line we get some good rain. Fronts are great, but it would be good if the front brought rain with it as well.
Look, Mother Nature's just like, please, one step at a time.
I was going to say baby steps.
We're asking for too much.
Nicer weather, and then rain will come later.
Exactly, and then it's going to hit us like a brick when it's going to be freezing and raining, and everybody's going to be like, wow, miserable.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're probably right.
We'll enjoy today then.
We will.
Thank you,
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and again, I hope that this leads up to a comfortable Halloween, so that way people aren't like popsicles walking outside trying to get some candy.
I sure hope so. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll keep checking back with Justin to make sure that happens. We're going to check back with our friends at SA Live to see if they saved us cookies. Oh, you have cookies.
Yeah, I got my coffee, guys. I went next door. That's the nice thing about being right here. But you're not lying, Daphne. You're right. It does hit us sometimes, that cold weather, and that's why I got my coffee. Well, you can also head out, though. This is the nice thing about this mild fall, winterish weather is that you can go enjoy the Animal Snake Farm, and that's where Fiona is, Animal World and Snake Farm right now. Fiona, what are you getting close with? Up close encounters?
That's right. Whoa. Somebody is here to say hello, and that is Jared Forthman here at Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo, where, of course, Halloween is going on, and well, very appropriate. Who have we have here?
Right,
hello.
This is J-Lo, the green anaconda. And as you know, green anacondas grow to be the largest snakes on the planet. So obviously she's a great animal to introduce our Halloween extravaganza we have coming up on the 26th and 27th.
Now is J-Lo fully grown?
Now, no, J-Lo's capable of getting over 20 feet long and becoming the heaviest snake on the planet, nearly 400 pounds. So she has a lot of growing to do. You can just say she's a kind of a little baby right now.
Oh, hello. Oh, she's not shy.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's just wrapping right around. Yeah, it's almost like being in a management meeting, isn't it, Jared? Okay, all right. So Halloween is going on. What can folks expect?
That's right. So 26th and 27th.
Ooh, that's snug.
If kids wear a costume, they're getting in free. We're going to have trick-or-treating stations set up all over the zoo here, a hay maze, free face painting. It's going to be an awesome time. Be sure and wear costumes, obviously not just for kids to get in free, but we're going to have costume contests, all kinds of great activities going on.
All right, and coming up, we are going to be somewhat thrown to the wolves, or wolf pups, right?
That's right. We've got some new wolf pups that are just now on exhibit for the first time. They are sweethearts. You're going to love to meet them.
Oh, Ted. Oh my. Okay, yeah. All right, we're gonna send it back to you guys.
You okay, Fiona? She always gets me so nervous. Okay, look, we've got our own little snake right now, the sandworm. Okay, you know who that's from, Beetlejuice. Okay, so we have Dominique joining us from Tough Love Cookies, and we are working on something right here. What do you have?
Yeah, so I actually was doing my sandworm while Fiona was getting attacked by a sandworm. But we have a Beetlejuice as well to decorate. Beetlejuice and Lydia here because who doesn't love a love pure like his? Well, his for her.
Yes, and you do cookie kits. You do little cake pops as well, right?
Yes, I do. So I brought a couple of DIY kits so you can see what it looks like when you get them. You're gonna decorate them yourselves. They always come with sprinkles and of course the icing colors. That one is my Hello Kitty, Ghost, and Mummy, but I also have your regular bat, pumpkin, and ghost option too.
And I hear this is one of your favorite holidays.
It is my all-time favorite. That's why you see so many options. So please, if there's anything that you see that you would want to order, I have fun making all of these.
All right, well, we've got so much more to show you, so don't go anywhere. There's more SA Live coming up in just a few minutes.
We're in the 60s right now. We're going to spend the next few hours in the 60s, I think, with some gusty winds, and then eventually we'll get back up into the mid-70s this afternoon. But a cooler day thanks to a cold front. And bundle up tomorrow morning. 51 here in San Antonio.
We will be prepared and we will enjoy the nice afternoon today.
Let's go out to SA Live, which starts right now.
Bye, guys.
Celebrating 10 years, live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Trending today, how are you enjoying the fall front that just passed through? You know what? I'm loving it. I even decided to come outside here in historic Market Square. Yeah, it's